Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the new series in which we're going to be building the error playground. So, I have an idea of just building like a collection of errors in any framework. So, we're talking about multi framework error collection of every error known to mankind, right? So, we're going to be documenting errors. We're going to be setting up a monorepo first, so that all of our projects can have different frameworks inside with different dependencies, etc. So that'll be fun. And then we're gonna start off with a simple React and Vite setup. We're gonna go through the React errors, and then we'll move on to Vue.js, Angular, all these frameworks. And also we're going to be we're going to be expanding on the backend and mobile as well. We just have to think about how we can include backend and mobile projects into this monorepo. Maybe it's going to be like multiple repos. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the new series, and I hope you have a good time. All right, let's begin. All right, so I'm just gonna create a new repo first. Let's make this an errors playground. I'm gonna put it on the Sentry organization, and let's say a playground of errors in multiple frameworks. Yeah, cool. It's gonna be a public one. Let's add a README. I don't want any apps, at least for now. We can install some of the apps later. And let's put this as the MIT. Cool. All right. We're going to create the repository. There we go. And I'm just going to clone it. And open it with Visual Studio Code. There we go. Okay, so let's continue here. Errors playground, multiple frameworks. The goal of this repo is to document. The goal of this repo is to document known errors, or not known, but like common errors in different frameworks, reproduce them, and write a guide and show a guide on how to fix them, right? Yeah, so we're gonna start something like this. There we go. So for the actual monorepo, I think we should use turbo repo. So let's set it up. First, I want to do npm init, so we can have package JSON, errors playground. This is going to be a private one, because this is going to be the root of the monorepo. Okay, we'll check out the scripts later, but all in all, it looks okay for now. So let's see how. I think there was like a quick way to start with create turbo basic. Okay, well, because we already have a repo, we're just gonna figure out what the changes should be. There's a pnpm workspace. Okay, let's go into the package first. So we already added the private true. there's a turbo gen, ESLint, prettier turbo, package manager. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna do npm add turbo. Wasn't there like a turbo init? Like npx turbo init? Let me see. npx turbo init. Let's see if that's a thing. Probably not. Package.json private of typo. Okay. Let me just remove this for now. Maybe it's going to change the contents of the package.json and run it again. Yeah, probably not. Maybe it's dash dash in it. Nah. Okay, doesn't matter. Add to existing repo. Install turbo as a global one. Okay. Turbo.json. Okay, let's just do that instead. So turbo.json. And we are going to just grab this. This is the Vite flavor. Let me zoom in for you. This is the Vite flavor because the output is set to dist. This is the next.js. So the output is this. Because we're going to be in a mono repo, and we're not just going to use next.js. I mean, we're going to have Vite and next.js and Vue and Angular and all these things. We are going to be we're going to be smarter about this. Or we can just concatenate everything, like the .next would be considered an output, and but not the cache. The dist would be considered an output, and then we'll try to consolidate. Just make it a consistent, right? For every project should output in a dist, for example, and we won't have any issues with that. Okay. Here's our turbo.json. Let's add a git ignore and add .turbo, because that's going to be the, I think the caches are there. The caches are kept there. Okay. There we go. What else do we have? We need to define the, let's go back here, the package manager. Let me check the version first. So the version is 8.1.1. This is 7.15. We'll just update it. Let's use the 8.1.1. Okay. Our scripts. So the scripts, if you didn't know, is what Turbo does is when we run the Turbo run build, it's gonna go into all of the projects that we're gonna have in our mono repo right here, and it's gonna run the build command. And there's also the pipeline right here. For example, if we run lint, we want to build it first and then lint it. For some reason, we can actually define that here. So we'll play with that later. Okay, let me get the private. And I think I know what the issue was, because we added private as a string, but it should be like a boolean, not wrapped with a string. Let's see. There's the pnpm workspace YAML, which defines what are the packages going to be, or like the projects. So let's create that pnpm workspace.yaml file. So the projects would be, sorry, packages. Yeah. Packages, apps, and packages. Let's just do packages. Packages, and then everything inside of the packages directory. And here's the packages directory. So we got packages, we got apps. We're not going to be using apps. I don't think we need to follow this like structure. What else do we have? We got turbo, and we already did that, and we also got packages inside. Okay, so here's a better turbo.json. It uses the next and not next cache, but I'm also going to add Actually, you know what? I'm just going to add the dist for now. Yeah, I'm gonna add this for now because the first project that we are going to work on is a Vite. It's a Vite setup with React. So yeah, we'll make it for Vite first, but then we'll circle back when we introduce the next.js package as well. Okay, so when we run builds, it's going to depend on the project's build command. So inside of the packages, we're going to initialize. Let's do that real quick. So Vite React. I think there was like a create Vite app or something like that. Yeah, pnpm create Vite. Let's do that. So I'm going to cd into the packages and do pnpm create Vite. And then what are we gonna do? React. Let's do React Vite. Workspace pnpm .yaml. Okay, but it's yml. Okay, there we go. So let's try that again. Select the framework. It's gonna be React. Definitely TypeScript. We don't need to do an SWC, I think. Just do TypeScript. So there's our package. First, what I actually noticed is that we didn't ignore the node module, so let's do that as well. And I'm gonna do this. So it also going to ignore the node modules within the packages. Okay, so let's do this pnpm install, just so it can install its own dependencies, and these should be added, I think. Okay, let's check now. We have the package.json here. We have only turbo as a dependency. It has node modules here, and we have React over here, but these node modules, I think they should be linked, at least some of them. Yeah, okay. So when we go back, and one more time, and we do pnpm build, as you can see, it is going to run build on our React-Vite package. And if we have like 3 more packages, it's gonna run build for all of them. Okay, so we have like a basic setup of a monorepo already done. Let's try to run this. So package JSON, we have a dev. Let's see, do we have a dev? We have a dev. So we can do pnpm, and there we go. React Vite is running on 5173. Okay, there we go. So now I guess we can push, and then we can actually start working on the actual issues. All right, so this is going to be like will it be a feature? It's not going to be a feature. Yeah, let's just go because we haven't pushed anything to this repo. We can just say initializing React, initializing mono repo plus and React plus Vite projects. Okay. Cool. There we go. Here's the link if you want to check it out. And I guess we're ready. I had some examples in Notion that I wanna, let's see, let me find them. Okay, there we go. Right, so we got missing key prop, hook is called conditionally, all these things. So I'm just gonna grab these, okay? Because these are specific to React, and I'm gonna add them to the README file inside of the React Vite. And we're gonna create one. It's always good. So let's see. React plus Vite playground, and I'm just gonna add them like this without the React, of course. And we can do errors covered. And what else? We can even add, yeah, we can even add checkboxes. So as we go through them, we're gonna check them, just so we can, you know, track the progress of what we've done so far. There we go. Okay, so first one, missing key prop. By the way, the idea is to, at the end, you know, the idea is to connect all of these with like a index page, so you can actually navigate the whole playground basically. And even if there's like a different, even if there's different frameworks and deployments, we're gonna connect everything with a single framework. In order to do that within the page, I think we have to use the, what was it called, micro frontend, but we're not gonna use micro frontends. We're just gonna use HTML and anchor tags. Okay, so that's how we're gonna keep it simple and just connect everything with just simple anchor tags, just so we can have a navigation. Just so we can have like a navigation system, so we can go to these pages. Okay, so we have React Vite here, and we can see that there's our main file, and also there's the app. What does it mean? What are we missing? I think we're missing the router, right? So we can navigate within the React slash Vite project. So let's actually do React router. Yeah, let's use React router, for example, and we can, I'm not new, just wanna install it. Tutorial. Okay, that's good. Let's do tutorial. Vite latest, template React, we already did that. Tutorial data, all these things, no. Where does it install? Oh, there we go. npm install React. Let me just zoom in. Yeah. So we got React router DOM, local forage, match sorter, and sort by. I don't know what these things are, so I guess I'm just gonna use the React router. Let's see what this router provider. Yeah. I guess this is all we need. We don't actually need to install the other packages. Yeah. Yeah, let's just roll with that. So I'm just gonna add the React router dependency without these things. I don't know what these are. Let me just check real quick. Local forage is a fast and simple storage library for JavaScript. Okay, I don't think we need that. Maybe React router DOM needs it. But yeah, until it needs it, until it tells us that it needs it, we're just gonna ignore it for now. Okay, so I'm just gonna cd into packages, React Vite, npm add React router DOM. Cool. And now in our main, we need to get the router, create a browser router, and then add the provider. And inside of the router, yeah, instead of the app, we're just gonna render the router provider. Cool. So here's the router provider. Let's create the router right here. The element, it's not gonna be app. We're gonna create an index page first, and yeah, let's do this. Pages, it's gonna be index.tsx. sorry, function index, and this is going to return typos. This is going to return just an h1 for now. Whoa. Okay. Just an h1 for now. So instead of importing app, I'm going to import index from pages. And I also did index, so there we go. Just index from pages, and that's going to be our home page, or like the root page. And here we're just gonna render the router provider and pass our router, so we should be good. No. Like this. Cool. Let me jump to the root and do pm run. Sorry, pm dev without the run. Open the React, and yeah, there we go. Hello playground. We're here. Cool. So we got a router going. Let's work on the index page a bit. What are we gonna use for styling? I guess we can just use like simple CSS, and even if we use CSS, I guess we can just use plain like global CSS, because I don't think, unless we come to like a situation where we actually need some custom CSS, but for this project, I guess we'll just do like a global CSS. We don't care for like, you know, performance or unused CSS, etc., etc. This is a playground, right? We just want to show some errors. Well, let's see first. We got the root, and that is the, yeah, that's the container basically. We have the logo. We don't have that anymore, so we can cut this. Logo spin, again, we don't have that. There's again logo spin, cart, and read the docs, none of that. So we can play, I guess we can play with the root, but I don't want it to be a container, right? So I'm just gonna remove the padding. I'm gonna remove the text align. Actually, let's just do import CSS import on normalize. This is the create React app. Normalize.css, we can just do that. Okay. Yeah. But let's see what was this. I guess it already does by post CSS normalize. But we don't use post CSS right now. So I guess we're just gonna install normalized CSS as like a package. Okay. pm add normalized CSS. There we go. So I guess we can do, because we already have that. We installed it, and we can just import it into the JS file. Okay. So in our main, aside from the CSS, we're also going to import normalize, and we're going to import it first. This is also a local import, so let's do this. There we go. Okay, this looks good. We have the root. I don't think we need to do anything with this now. So for now, we'll just have like a just a blank CSS, and then we can start building out this styling. Let's check it out again. Okay. Is it normalized though? Did we import it correctly? Normalize CSS. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so let's see. The body is a flex one. Okay. Oh, there's an index CSS. Okay, that's what we're looking at. Cool. Okay. There's the body, there's the index. Okay, so we got a bunch of styling here. I don't think we want to use any of this. Or maybe the font family. Where are we? That's the roots. Line height, yeah. Not these, because I bet they're included into the normalize. Color scheme, I guess not. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay, all of this is okay, but I also would think that it's going to be added into the normalize, but we'll keep it for now, okay? Links, no. We'll figure out how we're gonna style the links later. There's the body now. Margin is 0, already normalized. Display flex, I don't want to make it a display flex, straight, but at least the body. This one as well. Min width and min height, definitely not. Or do I? Maybe 100 VH. Okay, this makes sense, and probably this makes sense as well. I don't know. Okay. Typography styles, we don't care about that right now, or at least we don't want to inherit them. This is a color mode. And the button, yeah. So I'm just gonna scrap that as well. And if we reload, there we go. We can see that we're at the top. What else we got? This is the style for the root. Here's the body. The HTML has a, let's see. There's the normalize, line height, margin. Okay. I'm just gonna scrape the body as well. Let's see now. There's the HTML, but the body starts a bit lower. So why is that? Let me see. If I set the height to like 100 ph, still okay. Let's see. Set padding to 0. It's not gonna fix that. What is that? Why do we have the body there? Now already set the normalize, margin 0. There's like an 8 pixels, but it's already being offsetted. Why is it still there? What is going on? What if I set the body of the HTML? Huh. That is crazy. That is so weird. Let me see that. Why do I not know the solution about this? It's the margin top is one of the first children. No, that's not. Read down the collapse in margins. We already set the margin to 0, so there's like no margins and everything. Line height, that's only for text. Is this the normalize? Do I think normalize is gonna solve everything? I do width and like a height, and whatever it is just to Get the children going. No, we still have the, damn it. What is that? Why do we have that? What is that? All right, you know what? I forget it. It doesn't actually. We're gonna be centering the layout. So now, when we actually start building a bit more the well-designed index, I guess we can, I guess we can start. I guess we can look into that. All right, so here's our app. I'm just gonna remove this because we don't want to have that here. Main. Okay, here's our router. We have the index. Let's create the first page. So that's gonna be missing key prop.tsx export default function missing key prop. Okay, and it's gonna return another h1 missing key prop. Let's connect it now with a new path missing key prop. The element is gonna be missing key prop. Beautiful. Let's go to the index now and actually create a div. It's going to have a display set to flex. It's going to have the flex direction set to column. And it's going to have the row gap set to, I don't know, 16, like 1 rem. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll have like a list of links. Wait, do we need to use? Yeah, I guess we need to use like a route. Yeah, how do we link from one page to the other? Just directly, contact/1, contact/2. The root. Okay, we got the root. Nav link. There we go. So we need to import, instead of a, we're gonna import nav link. A nav link from React Router DOM. Okay, there's the nav link. Yeah, it needs a 2. And that 2 is gonna be, I guess, a string. Missing key prop. Yeah. And inside we can have the label. Missing key prop. Let's check this out now. Okay, so we got the missing key prop. Missing key prop. Yeah. It doesn't look good, I know. But yeah, I'm gonna think about styling. Maybe we can bring everything in the center. Maybe that's gonna be better. Right, so we got all of these at the root, but we also have like a div with the ID of the root. So let's play with this. Right, we have the display set to block. I guess we can say you're going to be a flex. Okay, your direction is gonna be a column. Your align items is gonna be set to center, and also the justify content. Oh, wait a minute. No, not the root actually. No, it's better if we set this display here. Yeah, we just want to, I guess we just want to expand on the root. So I'm just gonna set it to flex. And here's this div. So this These flags should have like a 100 VH. I just wanted to like be full screen. There's the root. And here is the second div. And now we're going to style this div. So like, I think there was like align self. We'll set that to center. There we go. And we can also do justify content center. Oh, it was the other way. Okay. Align items. No? There's the roots. Justify self. Justify self. Is there like a real... Come on now. Place self. Center. It's align and justify. Okay. Make sure to fix that. So place self to center, but I also wanna, I guess we need to do something with the, yeah, it doesn't have the width. So if I do width 100, it's technically here, but then the children, yeah, let's do that as well. I set the width to 100, and this, the width is gonna be, I don't know, something like 400 pixels maybe. And of course we are missing the, this is the place self. Is there like a place children instead? Place content center. What is that? Align content and justify content. But it's still not setting this to the center. Why is that? Did I forget CSS? What is going on? This is a full width. Right, there's the full width, and this inside, this is the... What if I do place content center to this and remove the width? Then we have it. But do we want to, I don't know, do we want this? I guess we can just do this and outset it. Yeah. Damn it. I don't like this. I'm just gonna... Here's the UL. Here's the... What if I do place self on this one? Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Okay. This is not gonna work. Place self is gonna work. So we don't actually need to add anything to the root, because I don't want to add stuff to the root. We're gonna have a lot of, you know, examples and errors. I don't want to put external styles to that. And we have these display flags, this one. So we can also like set it to 100%. And that would result in, there we go, full width and height. And now this UL, there we go. Let's see, place content. I'm gonna set that to center. And yeah, it is centered, but just like vertically, not horizontally. Why is that? Let's see, place content, align content, and justify content, of course. Place items. And that's what's missing. There we go. So now we have, okay, cool. Now we have, let's add some styling to, I guess, some styling to the links, but I'm going to add them here. I'm not sure if we're going to have, you know, links inside of, inside of the example. So yeah, Those styles are just gonna be there. Okay. Here's a nav link. Here's the UL here. What if I add like the rest of these? It's aligned to the left. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. So missing key prop is here. How do we style this? Missing key prop. There's the marker. Okay, so we have the index, maybe, because I think we can. Okay, I think we can do that. Let's see. Index.module.css, and we can import that. So we're using CSS module. So just do import index.module.css. Whatever we write, it's going to be scoped to this component. So if we add, I don't know, font size, let's add a font size of 1.5 rem, so that's like 24 pixels. Oh, there we go. Does the file exist? Yeah, should have added like a dot slash. There we go. Yeah, it works. Okay, so let's keep on styling, okay? I want to remove the list style. Set that to none. Yeah, or maybe we can like prefix it with something else. Oh, wait a minute. Nah, I was I was thinking of something else. The list style, I wanted to do list style type and try this instead, if that would work. And it would, yeah. It will work, but it's, are they bugs? They're not bugs, right? So we'll just keep it as none. Okay, list style, we'll just keep it as none. So there we go, missing key prop, and now we're into the example. Cool. Okay, that was a lot. So I think we're ready to, we're ready to actually start playing with the example. And this is going to be should we use MDX or like Markdown? No, MDX should be MDX. Do we want to use MDX? So it's going to be simpler to write the guides, and it's gonna be also simpler to include the examples into the MDX files. MDX for the win, exactly. Yeah. So instead of the TSX, we're actually gonna render an MDX page, and inside of the MDX, we're just gonna have like a text, and also the error that we're going to write is going to be a component. And inside of the component, we're actually going to, yeah, we're gonna render that. Okay, okay. Let's see. Stripe had like an MDX renderer library. Maybe we can use that. Mark Jacobs, Markdoc. Okay, yeah, maybe we can use this. We can install Markdoc. There's a doc, parse it, transform it, and there's the HTML. Yeah. Cool. So like all of the pages in our TSX are actually going to be, they're actually going to be the same. It's going to be like this. Yeah. Someone tried to post a link. I can see stream elements yelling about spam. Okay. Let's see markdoc react. Let's see if anyone has done it. Let's see. Sensitive for indentation, and your source has incorrect indentation. Markdoc document, parse it, transform it, react, and we pass the content, and that's it. Okay. So that's the document. This is cool. Yeah, so this is the document component. And then inside here, we can also pass the source. Okay. I feel like if we go more in depth, we're just gonna build a new framework that fetches Markdown. Vite plugin React. Okay, there's a Vite plugin. Maybe this is gonna be much simpler. PT Vite plugin React Markdown. Component path source components page. And these are the components, I guess. React tests. Add an import as a normal hello from the readme, and we render that here. Okay, that's cool. We can also get the attributes if we wanted to. Do we want to try this? Maybe we want to try this. Yeah. Because it's Vite. We already have it. Let's try it out. Cool. There's the Vite config. We need to add, aside from React, we also need to add the Markdown plugin. There's the Markdown, and we just want to import that from our newly installed plugin. I don't care about the component. We're not going to be doing the source components pages. MD test, I don't know what that is. But I guess this key value object will map out any components that we want to render into our Markdown. So for example, React test is being registered like this. So we go into the Markdown. Where was it? Yeah, React components, React test, like this. So it's gonna know how to render that. Okay. I'm gonna comment this out so we can, go back. We're gonna use Prism. Probably not. We're not gonna be showing place added in this. Yeah, there we go. It's already documented. Component name must be camel case. Okay, cool. Yeah. Wrapper component path. So let's see what that is. Because I don't have the source components page. It's probably better if we see an example. And imported as a normal React component. Okay. See the example. Let's see the example. Vite config. Source components page. Let's see. Source components page. Okay, so we have an opportunity to, build a layout, for example. And inside, there's nothing here. Pages, MD tests, There's a markdown test component. So where are the actual markdown files? Ah, there we go. There's the blog. Wait, what? Okay, so we rendered the app component. This is weird. Why do we actually need that? Here's the blog.md. We render it here. So outside of the examples, there's like a page, blog.md. Okay. I don't know why. Why do we have? Yeah, why do we have this? Oh, okay. So React needs to include the .md as well. Maybe that's the case. But I'm not sure why do we need this. If we can just like import it, you know. Yeah. Okay, this is not documented. How many people actually use this? How many projects? Let's see. Not too much. Yeah, probably. Let's see, Vite React Markdown. There's like 1,000 plugins for rendering Markdown. Yeah, but I guess it would just make sense for us to use the. I need the normalize and this as well. I guess we just need to use mark doc Vite React. Let's see. Because I think, it's. I would trust markdoc. Plugins, markdoc plugin, and then we can add options. That's cool. There's a markdown page. Or render HD. What is that? Is this for Vue actually? For Vite projects. I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Let's see. So I'm going to remove this one. And I'm going to do pm add and add this one instead. So we just need to import the markdoc plugin and replace all of this with just markdoc. Okay. Okay, example with Vue. Markdoc renders HTML and then we pass the content. We can just import the content from the pages. Hey, how's it going? Yes, sir. Yeah, we're building a playground of errors or like multiple frameworks, etc. We just wanna document every error known to mankind. Okay. Here's the pages. Here's the missing key prop. What if we did like a missing key prop.md and let's see if this gets rendered. Okay. Inside of here, it says that I can just import the content from the missing key prop.md. Right. I can import markdoc as well. Damn it, what is this? There has to be a way for us, like a, this is Vite, this is not, it's not Vue, right? It's, but maybe this person prefers Vue, so that's why we can see there's a render the item directory question mark HTML. I mean, yeah, it would work like this in Vue, but see, yeah, I don't know. I think I like the document approach the best, so I'm thinking about using that. Let's see, I'm gonna create a component. We're actually not going to, we're gonna remove the unplugin markdoc because I don't think it's gonna work properly. Where was that Vite config? Yeah, we don't do that. There we go. We're not gonna be doing this as well. This is gonna wait for a bit. And there was this document thingy. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just gonna reuse this approach because I like it. So we're gonna create a document component. We are going to pass the source and then render the markdoc. Yeah, we're gonna use markdoc straight away without actually, you know, with a Vite plugin or something like that. So components, let's create a new file called document, not document, but like a, I don't know, markdown.tsx, is that? Yeah, markdown. Export default function. Markdown, it is going to have our source, which is going to be a string. And then what happens? I'm gonna build the AST first. Markdoc. Come on. Import mark. Oh man, markdoc from markdoc. There we go. Parse. We're gonna pass the source. There's the AST. Let's also build the content, I guess, from the AST. There we go. Not parse, but transform. I'm gonna pass the AST and some configuration, but I don't know what the config should be, so we'll check that later. So all we need to do is return markdoc renderers React. Yeah, React will pass the content and also React. We need to import React first. There's React. Okay, this works. And then we can just use document and pass the source. So let's try first importing markdown inside our Vite project. Would that be possible? Vite import markdown. Come on, Vite import markdown. So when I do import, I just wanna get the file contents, right? Title, description, tags, mode. Import compiled HTML. The raw markdown. Yeah, I guess we can use this. We can use this. So when we import the raw markdown content, we can pass it to our document right here. And probably there's the opportunity to, let's see, is this like markdown or MDX as well? Also the React component, but nah. because I want us to be able to add import mdx. I want us to be able to use mdx, not just like markdown. Vite plugin mdx, okay, then we install the mdx dependencies. Then we add our mdx plugin right here. So I can now write mdx files. That's good. That's good. So, well, how do we use that? I can write mdx files. I know I can write mdx files, but how do we import them? Oh, there we go. For mdx Vite, use mdx.js rollup instead. This comment explains how to implement it. You can now write mdx files. Yeah, but what is that? Is that how do they get treated? How can I import it? That's what's missing, you know? That's what's missing. Let's see from the example. There's a Vite plugin mdx. Okay, so inside of the source, there's the hello, but how do we use that? Okay, we import it from the as like a hello, but it treats it as a React component, right? Inside of the mdx, it also imports the JSX component, so it can use it. There's the counter, but that's not the point. That's not the point. I just want to be able to just import the file, you know, import the contents of the file basically. And markdoc is going to render the content. So I just need to render, I just need the raw contents. So I'm thinking about this. Did we see this? We did see this, right? We're gonna add .md as like a registered file into the React. That this is Vue, but we're gonna do the same in React. Pass the markdown. Markdown as Vue components. Use Vue components in Markdown. Extend functional builder API. Maybe this is not it. No. Okay, but what if I do that? I don't know. What if I return a document and we're going to import document from components. We call it markdown. Yeah. Markdown. And I'm curious what's going to happen if I import content, just content from missing key prop.md as it is. Let me see. I want to log it out, console log content. I want to see what we get and also the past source. It's going to complain about the type. What are you talking about? The return type React node is not a valid JSX element. What the hell is that? How is this not a valid? Okay, so here's React. So yeah, React, we passed that. And what does it return? It has to return that, right? It has to return a React node. Why is it? crazy. Crazy. You know what? I'm just gonna go pm def. I'm just gonna run this. I bet it works because it's not really. Yeah. Failed to parse source for import analysis because the content contains invalid JS syntax. So it treats this as a JS syntax. You may need to install appropriate plugins to handle the .md file format, or if it's an asset, add md to assets include in your configuration. Should we try that? Should we actually try that? I'll figure out the typings here and etc. But let's see. Assets include. So I guess that would be, yeah, any MD file out there. It's supposed to be MDX, but let's keep it like this. Okay. So it's only, yeah, it treats it as a string. It doesn't actually get the contents out. That's not what we want. So we want to Vite import contents of MD file. Assets include. But that didn't work. Should we like server restart it? Yeah. So it did restart, which means it picked this change up. Plugins React, assets include, MD. If I add it into the React as like an include, it's going to treat it as a component. So we don't want to treat it as a component. We want to just get the content of the file. That's it. And I guess we're going to end up with the Vite plugin markdown, because this plugin actually allows us to import the raw markdown content, right? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Let's use that. pm add Vite plugin markdown. So we don't treat this as an asset. Oh, yeah. Set it here. Run the dev again. And let's add the plugin. It's just MD plugin and options. Okay. MD plugin from Vite plugin markdown. We'll just add MD plugin. No options for now. We'll see if we actually need to add options. So the next time we can actually do markdown. Yeah. We can pass markdown, but I guess we need to add the shim because there's no typings. Even if we do, like, let's see. No. Does not provide an export named markdown. It should have, but it doesn't. There's a TypeScript shim. Wait. View component, come on. So yeah, everything Vite is actually view. React component, view component. Okay. Okay, so now we have different typings, attributes, HTML, but not Markdown. What if we do everything as, I don't know, and just like log out, I don't know, and for now, we're gonna pass an empty string. There's a default. Yeah, can actually do that. So this is how we got React attributes, HTML, table of contents, Markdown. It has to have a Markdown. It has to have a Markdown because it's like, it's documented, right? Yeah, does not provide an export name Markdown. But why does it say that it actually does? Maybe we need to change. What is that? What's the mode? We need to change the mode. Where do we use this mode then? Let's see. Import mode. And for mode is provided as mode. And these are the options. Okay. So maybe I need to enter here the options and add the mode. And I need to find the mode. Where was it? Here. There's a mode. Mode dot. No. Maybe they updated the version. Maybe there's like a new version and this is an old. Well, you see, HTML, React, table of contents, and view. Yeah, that is not cool. Come on, how hard can it be? Like, just get into the file and just read it, you know, like HTML. We're not looking for HTML. We're not looking for HTML because then we cannot actually pass our own components within that. What if we, I don't know, what if we do React? I don't know, let's see. What if we do React? Okay, so it needs to be an array. Is there a default value? What's the default value? Doesn't have a default value. Or maybe it does, I don't know. So if we import the React component, I don't even need to use that. And just do React component. And we'll be fine. Should be fine. Technically, we should be fine. Nope. It's actually wrong. What's wrong? Failed to load the config. MD plugin is not a function. It is a function. Right? How is it not a function? Export default plugin. How is it not a function? Login. Yeah, plugin as MD plugin. Let's try this. Let's try that. Okay. Boom. Babel preset React. We need to add this now, right? We need to install that. And I guess this has nothing to do with MarkDoc. It has to do with this plugin. There's Babel Core, but it already is installed. But because we're using React, we need to install the preset React. When is this gonna end? Oh, come on. Sentry, Earth Playground, PM, CD packages, React Vite, PM add, Babel preset React. Let's try PM dev now. Let's see if it complains. Okay, so now we have. We just zoom in. There we go. We can see that we have, if this gets rendered, yeah, this should be a block quote. It is a block quote. Good, good, good. Okay, what about actual plugins? What about actual plug? Can we use actual plugins inside? So let's rename this to not that, but MDX. Okay. Now it cannot resolve the import because we actually changed the name. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go back to MDX. Okay. So I guess this plugin only adds an MDX as a format. So inside of React, if we do include and we pass like everything TSX, but then also everything MDX, it says unexpected token. Because now I guess Vite is trying to treat this as a React component without passing it through the plugin itself. Okay. Okay, we're putting up a fight. What does the markdown thing do? Body string, and then it does some. Okay. So that means we can. It allows, like, it leaves the opportunity to, manipulate the body, but we don't want to do that just yet. So I guess we hit another wall then. Yeah. This is actually disappointing. Why can't we just import Markdown? If you're using Vite with you, so everything is gonna be about Vue now. Okay, so this is a Markdown file. It does use React components. There's the view page. We're not going to be using view. And it imports this as a view component. Again, view and Vite. Yeah, I guess React is not being used a lot with Vite. So like any content that I actually open, it's going to be around view. So let's actually look at the markdown it. Parser, cool. What do we got? We don't want to render it, we just want to import it. So that's why I'm not looking at renderers, because we already have markdoc. So that side is, you know, already done, so we don't need this. But where is the plugin? Where's the plugin? Source transform markdown to view. Markdown to view. Here's a source. md.render, and md is basically from the markdown it, yeah. Roll up input options. Okay, so maybe we can do something similar, right? Because this is a roll up. It uses roll up. How does it use roll up? And also, let's see. Let's check out the plugin. Let's check out this plugin. Maybe we can like build something simple, just so I can open it and then return, you know, retrieve the, let's see. Give me the default. Default is plugin. Okay, so transform code ID. There's TF. What is TF? Code is a string, ID, and options. If the ID ends with markdown, return null. Exported content. Whoa. Attributes. So the code is actually a string. Like the raw contents of the file is actually a string. So can we actually do something like that? Can we do like a function md to string? We can get the code ID. Okay. All right, yeah. Like this, and then we need to return. Actually, we don't even need this function. That's like a second level. So just an object first. Markdown to string. And there's a transform, which is a function. Yep. That gives us the code and ID. An ID, I guess, is the file name, pretty much. And then we can return something, right? So we can do if the ID, and this should be a string. It is a string. Yeah, so if the ID doesn't end with .md, or no, sorry, and it doesn't end with mdx, yeah, we're actually gonna return null because we're not going to be handling, we're not going to be handling any files that are not markdown or MDX. Okay, maybe is that the case? Where's the case? What is that? Hold on. Okay, I think we need this TS config references the node one. And that's cool, but I don't think our VS Code picks it up. Yeah. So maybe we should add TypeScript as a dependency to the roots, because that's where. Yeah, let's actually do that. There's TypeScript. There's TypeScript. So I'm gonna move it here. It's always gonna be TypeScript, and it's always gonna be in like all the projects. So I think it's safe to assume. Okay, pm install. Install it here. Do a dev now. And yes, we can do tsconfig.json here. It's not gonna reference this. Let's see. Turbo repo type script. Yeah, sharing the tsconfig. So yeah, you don't want to share it, or at least not necessarily. Yep. No, I don't think this is the way to go. I'm just gonna remove this. Yeah, we don't want to share it. We just want VS Code to, pick it up, because it definitely exists there. So the 2015 or later, yeah, target library. And it actually is inside of this tsconfig. It is like ES2020, which should include the ends with, but VS Code doesn't pick it up. And that's not fun, right? We want to have it clear. All right, doesn't matter. Let's see. I'm just gonna console log the codes, and inside of the missing key prop, I'm just gonna import this as like a, as like content. So when we return the actual code, we mean content, right? So return codes. If it's markdown or MDX, just give me like the actual code, right? Which is gonna be a string. Fail to parse source code. Not you. Again, assets. We're not talking about assets. Are we talking about assets? I don't think we're talking about assets. Okay, let's see what happened now. Markdown. Oh. Markdown from components markdown. Okay, so it is logging something out. Definitely not gonna use that. Let me just make it clearer. Because I don't know if some of these logs is like this code. Export default, source pages, missing key props. Okay, not what I expected. That's the code. And when we actually try to use the missing key prop MDX, export default, source pages, missing. What is that? Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna set ID and then codes. Yeah. What do plugins do actually? What do they do? What do they? It has a code. How is that? Returns a plugin, name, enforce, and transform. We already have that. Then it has like a TF function, which is this one. It parses the front matter, but it passes the code. And if the code is just export default, right? There's also the mode. What does the mode mean? What does that even mean? Markdown compiler. And I don't think it passes this thing. HTML. If the options include Markdown, JSON stringify, fm.body. Okay, so it uses front matter. Front matter, but that only assumes that, you know, when we do this, it actually going to, yeah. Okay, so this is MDX. Let's try MD and let's see. No, it's again, same thing. Yeah, export default, source pages, missing key prop.md. It reflects on it. But why can't I just, you know, get the content? I'm actually gonna remove this DTS. Vite plugin read local file. Maybe we should use rollup, right? Source and ID. Compile file to JS. Return code and map. Okay. Okay. I need to return the code like this actually, right? Yeah, right. I mean, of course, it still prints it out the same. But this thing says the transform function, this one, should return an object. It has the code and also has the map. So there's the code, right? We can provide a source map, but we don't actually need to provide a source map. Maybe it's something like this. Maybe maybe I can. Wait a minute. If oh, hold on. I'm gonna scrap this for a moment. We're gonna keep these as assets. We're gonna go here and do raw. And now let's see. There we go. Man, that was okay, cool. Okay. We got it. So it was already built in. We just needed to read some docs. Okay, Vite plugin markdown. Is it Vite or Vite? How do you pronounce that? PM remove. Bye bye. We don't need you anymore. PM def. Okay, so. Whew, okay, so we have this raw. I can turn this into MDX again. Damn it. Keyboard. MDX. Still works, right? Can you share the repo? This one? Like the one that I'm working in? Yeah. Oh. You mean the Vite plugin markdown, probably. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one, but yeah. I don't think we're actually gonna need that one. I like this, you know, the question mark thingy. Like you can grab the URL to the workload, or you can just grab the raw contents of it. I think we're good there. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. So now what we should do is figure out how to add custom components to mark doc. And I believe if we go to markdown, the transform takes a config, and inside of that config, I believe that's what we want to do, right? Node stacks variables, right? No. Mark doc. How do we define our own? Yeah, how do we define our own components, right? What is mark doc? Title, overview. Read more. Okay. Maybe there's like a syntax that we need to learn. The idea is to define our own custom components, right? So that's how we can actually functions, comments, okay. Nodes, what are the nodes? Customizing nodes, heading. Okay, so I can. Oh, this is. I need something simpler. So mark doc custom components. Is that possible? React components. Yeah, so it's not here. It's actually here. Right? React content, React, and there's a third. Okay, there we go. Components. Right. Okay, so we got the markdown. We need to define. Oh man. Enjoy your lunch and watch me struggle here. But yeah, I feel like we're building a framework right here. And tell me, so like if we want to showcase React errors, is it fair to use React, like with Vite, or is it fair to use next.js? Because as I'm going, implementing all these things and like functions, and we got the router and everything, we're pretty much implementing next.js from scratch, just the routing and the markdown rendering functionality. Should we just use next.js? Does that make sense, right? There's like, we're talking about React, plain React, but we're showcasing that in, I guess it's okay, right? Because the errors that we're going to display and like, write guides about, they're not going to be, even if they're like not displayed, in a just plain React website, it doesn't matter. The point of the playground is to reproduce them, and in order to reproduce them, React needs to be installed. And if we use next.js, then it already is installed, right? But then, yeah, if we can just use next.js, I don't think, I think there's a lot of friction when we're talking about React and Vite. I don't think we need to implement all this from scratch. We can just, use next.js, because I can see that we're going into that direction. So let's just, like, cut to the chase, just install next.js. Yeah, because it would only make sense, right? Or was it? I don't know. Let's see. Using next.js. There's a ready-made thing for next.js. Call up markdown. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to like, render schemas or type this. I don't want to type. I just want to get in and just, write the contents in like a component. And I can use MDX in next.js easily. Yeah, let's see. MDX React Vite. And we're going full circle, I guess, again. Rollup plugin for MDX. Is Vite rollup? How is Vite? How does Vite slash rollup? Vite plugins extend rollups well-designed plugin interface. Okay, they just have the interface. Yeah. Should we enter the next.js land, or should we try to implement the the whole markdown thing and everything? Because like this was terrible. Like we have pages, and inside of the pages, like, it's just, I don't know. We have the MDX. I guess we can, like, I don't know. Let's see. Just to see. Components. The key is gonna be, I don't know, Lazar, and we're going to render. And we're gonna render an H1 hey there. I don't know. Let's see this. I think we're at time. I have a meeting in 10, but let's just see if this works. I believe it should work. So if we render Lazar like a component, we should see hey there at the bottom of the page. And we don't. Like, look at that. That is not cool. So we passed Lazar. There's the key. Is that how we... Is that how we register them? React components. Components is a callout. And callout. Where's callout? Render callout, paragraph, tag list. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Components. And this is like an anonymous function, right? That returns a JSX immediately. So it should render, but it actually just returns it as a text, right? So this thing right here didn't pick up the component. But wait, is it? Am I supposed to use this syntax? Am I supposed to use that syntax? Because, right, we have... I don't believe it, but... Yeah, it's not. Okay. You know what? I think it's gonna be much simpler if we just use next.js. Yeah, I know it has came to this, but yeah, let's just use next.js. I really didn't want to, you know, introduce third-party libraries like next.js. I mean, there's Gatsby. Why don't we use Gatsby, right? Or anything like that. So why exactly next.js? So I didn't want to introduce that, but I guess we have to. I guess we have to. It's gonna be much simpler. I'm not saying that we can't actually achieve all these things by ourselves, but we would just spend time reinventing the wheel. And we pretty much we wasted this stream, but like let's not waste the next one. So I guess we can just use next.js. I mean, we're gonna be able to, you know, we're gonna be able to showcase the React errors as they are. Are they gonna be rendered in a next.js context? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I guess it still reacts. It's gonna be okay. You know, it's. I hate that it introduces like a new level of, you know, like a dependency, because we're talking about just React. We're not talking about next.js, and you can use React as it is. You know, you can use it in, as I mentioned, like Gatsby and Astro, etc. But yeah, maybe we can use Astro. You know, because it's like a static page. It handles React. It has Markdown out of the box, so maybe we should use Astro. What do you think? Maybe we can use Astro instead. Okay, so yeah, let's add a readme. Sorry, let's add like a to do. So like, how do we, there we go. Turn this into an Astro page. Yeah, we can turn this into an Astro page. First, I think in Astro we can use React. What else can we use in Astro? I think Astro supports multiple frameworks, so we can even, you know, avoid creating new projects. Let's see, or maybe it's gonna be better if we use UI frameworks. React, Svelte, Vue, Solid, Alpine, and Lit. Okay, so we got React, and we also have Vue, which means we can do Vue and React at the same project. But I'm gonna, like, what I would say, we should not go with the, like, put everything inside of Astro, is because we're gonna be treating this as like an open source project, and if people wanna contribute to Vue, they're gonna have to enter a project where there's, like, you know, React stuff into it, etc. So I guess it's better if we just keep this as a separate, you know, keep React as a separate project into the monorepo, and then keep Vue as a separate project in the monorepo, etc. So yeah, doesn't matter how we build the the actual static page, because yeah, at the end of the day, it is a static page. So it doesn't matter how we build the static page. We need to have the running, we need to have basically the framework installed into the page where we're showcasing that specific error, right? So for React, we need to have React loaded into the page, regardless if it's like a next.js or if it's like a, if it's Astro, etc. Maybe, I'm going to use Astro because it's, easier to create pages and markdown. It has everything out of the box, already implemented, so we don't have to, waste time figuring things out. But yeah, okay, so yeah, let's actually do that. So next stream, we're gonna scrap what we've done so far, and we're gonna build, the first page as like an Astro page. We can build another package for next.js specific errors, so we can, we can separate those from React. And yeah, when it comes to Vue, we'll think about it. Okay, maybe we can like use just plain old Vue, or we can use Next or something like that, or we can even use Astro because it supports Vue, right? Okay, I have to go to a meeting, but thank you all for jumping in. This was fun. I think this is going to be a pretty nice project, a pretty cool project. And yeah, let's see how far we can push this. Maybe it's going to turn out to be a big open source project where everyone contributes to, errors, etc. Yeah, let's document all the errors, right? Thanks again, and see you next Wednesday. Bye bye.